The day has finally come. Check it out, guys. $100,000. $100,000. I finally cracked $100,000 this morning. In today's video, we'll be going over how I went from $0 to $100,000 in the last 2 years. And also, we'll be going over my portfolio really quickly so you guys can see exactly what I'm invested in. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so this is my entire portfolio that I've been working on for over the last 2 years, all right? Balance, you can see it's at $100,641. On top of that, this portfolio is generating me $3,046 in dividends every single year. So I started investing in the stock market pretty late in life, I would say. I started when I was 30 years old. Right now, I'm 32. It took me about 2 years to reach this $100,000 goal. Links are going to be down below in the description for anything that you see in today's video. If you guys want to use the same tracker that I'm using, if you guys want to buy the same exact stocks that I'm using, if you guys want to use the same brokerages that I'm using, links are all down there for your free stocks and all of that. All right. So let's jump right back into it. Some of the companies that I own that are doing the best right now is Tesla, Apple, UPS, Amazon. These are more of the no-brainers that if you invested in these over the last few years or so, you would most likely be up if you just bought them and held them. All right. That's just my opinion. And on the flip side as well, I own a lot of stocks that are not doing so well. As you can see on the bottom here, I own some ExxonMobil, Lemonade, Walgreens, and Wells Fargo. These companies have been performing pretty badly over the last few months, but I just wanted to show you that because, you know, I'm not that type of guy that only makes profit, right? I also pick some stocks that don't do well every now and then. So here's the breakdown of my entire portfolio. I'm using 4 different accounts, 3 different brokerages. In my M1 Finance Roth IRA, I'm sitting at $17,000. M1 Finance sitting at $31,000. My Robinhood portfolio is the biggest one that I have so far, just under $48,000. And my Webull, where I do a lot of speculative investing, $44,600. So now you guys are probably wondering, how did I do this? How did I get to $100,000 in just 2 years? If you guys want to know and you guys want to see every step of the way, I actually documented everything. Every single week, I made an update video since 2 years ago. Can you believe that? So if you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave a link for you down below in the description. Drop me a like for the babyface Bruce Wang down there as well. So for every single one of my accounts, except for the Webull one where it's just pure speculation, I'm up at least 13%. And here's just some further proof for you. If we jump into the all-time here. So this on my Robinhood portfolio, you can see that in my all-time chart, I'm up $5,700, just under 14% of that. So a lot of this is not just me putting in the money, but that is one of the biggest reasons why I was able to reach 100,000 as well. All right. That just has to do with consistency. So over the last 2 years, when I first started, I was investing roughly $100 into my portfolio every single week. And slowly, as I got more confident in investing in the stock market, I continued to keep investing and slowly bumped up the amount that I was investing. So I went from $100 a week to $200 a week to $300, $400, $500, so on and so forth until today, where I'm roughly investing $1,000 a week in the stock market. All right. That takes a lot of hard work and dedication to be able to save $1,000 out of my lifestyle, basically, and put it into the stock market. All right, so I'm sacrificing some comfort, some food, expensive food, some whatever material things that I can buy, and I'm investing that into my future for me and my family and so forth. I believe that if you stick with anything, all right, if you stick with going to the gym every single day, if you stick to eating healthy every day, you know, your lifestyle will change. And that also applied for me and investing. I stuck to investing and learning about investing every single day for the last 2 years. And it paid off, all right? 2 years later, it did pay off. I'm here. I'm a 100,000-aire, if that's even a word. And I have more money in the stock market than I could ever imagine, all right? If you told me 2 years ago that I would have 100,000 in the stock market, I would tell you you're absolutely lying, because at that time, I thought the stock market was just people gambling, people doing penny trading, people doing all these weird random stuff. At the time, I thought it was a scam as well, but I learned the basics of what investing in the stock market was. I picked my own lane, which is dividend investing. I'll kind of go over that later on in the video as well. But I picked that lane and I just stuck with it. And being consistent every single week probably helped me the most, and it got me here the fastest. So this is my second portfolio, the M1 Finance portfolio, sitting at $31,100. If you guys want to see this entire portfolio, links are going to be in the description. And we're going to jump into the holdings here. So we can see the unrealized gains. I'm up $4,400 with a 16.82% return on investment. This is probably the best investment when it comes to my entire portfolio of different accounts. This is the M1 Finance is the easiest one for me to invest in. And on top of that, it takes me the least amount of work. And on the other hand, Robinhood takes the most time and the most amount of work. That is why it's a lot easier for me to recommend people to use M1 Finance over Robinhood. Earlier today, Robinhood was down because of expecting high traffic. This happens more than once. This happened a few times to me already. And I was down $6,000 this morning. But if you took a look at my total returns, that's how much total returns I have, $6,000. So not sure what was going on with that, but I'm assuming it had to do with the Apple and Tesla stock split. So the second tip that I have for you guys, I'm going to be jumping into the Roth IRA to show you what is going on there. So the second tip is you're going to need money to make money. Me investing about $100 a week, that was still a lot of money, but it was a lot more manageable and a lot more doable. And with that much invested every single week, I realized that it was such a slow process, so slow. The snowball was so small, and it took so much effort to just get my portfolio going. And in the stock market, there's going to be these opportunities that present themselves to you. You're going to know of some companies that are not doing well, but you know that they're worth a lot more. You're going to see stock market crashes that happen once every 10 or so years. For me and for a lot of us, we are going through this pandemic. In March, the stock market crashed like 40-something%. And that is where I really kicked it into high gear. That is when I started to invest a lot more money into my portfolio. Luckily for me, I was just there at the right time and at the right place. I was already investing. I already kind of knew what I was doing. And when the pandemic happened and when the market crashed, that is when I started to invest $1,000 into the stock market every single week. I knew that this event is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially in the stock market. So that's where I start to pump in a lot of cash. And one thing that you guys have to realize is that it takes money to make money. If you invested $10,000 into the S&P 500, all right, that's something that I'm invested in right here. This is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. I have $10,000 invested into this company. This ETF, on average, grows at around 7 to 8% every single year. So let's take the more conservative number, 7%. So in 1 year, this could produce me potentially $700 in unrealized gains. $700 in 1 year, that's not a lot of money. It's an okay sum of money if you're just beginning, but definitely it's not a lot. But let's say you invested $100,000, which is where I'm at now, and you gained 7% on that. That is $7,000. Now that's money that we're talking about. That's something that you can actually do something with that. You can buy a used car. You could, potentially put that money down on a down payment on a rental property, depending on where you live. So my goal here is to have, hundreds of thousands and even million, like at least a few $1 million invested in the stock market. My ultimate goal is to have $10 million invested in real estate and in the stock market. And with that much invested, I think that I would be able to live off of those assets, off of the profits that it generates, the real estate that generates rental income, the dividends from the stock market portfolio. I will be able to live off of that comfortably, I believe. Every single year I'm living off of at least, if I cut down my budget a lot, $60,000. And right now with my real estate properties and my stock market portfolio, I'm roughly able to do that already, but definitely this is not a comfortable lifestyle. I want to be able to be kind of comfortable at least, right? So 10 million is going to be way more than enough. That's already a big number to achieve, and that's something that I can do maybe within 10 or so years. So if you guys really wanted to know my ultimate goal, it's going to be $10 million in the next 10 years. I'm already on the path, on the way there, but definitely very far away from it. And lastly, this is the Webull account sitting at 4,600. This is the one that's really speculative, and I don't really like to show what's in here because basically this is just gambling, all right? This is just pure speculation, and I don't really want to show you guys what this is because I know I don't really recommend it. But if you guys want to join Webull and get 2 free stocks, links are going to be in the description. It's free, so why not do it? So for my last tip here, it's like a multi-tip, but basically is to take full responsibility for your situation. You know, there's a lot going on right now in everybody's lives. There's a lot going on in America and around the world. And if you don't take responsibility for yourself and in your situation, you will not be able to, set goals for yourself and achieve them. For me, at the time when I first started, I was just going out with my now wife. I didn't want to be that guy that didn't have nothing to show for myself in life. I want to be able to provide for my wife and also my future family, right? So there's a lot of things that I needed to do to accomplish these goals, and I had to take full responsibility. Nobody, like my parents, your parents not going to help you. They can only go so far unless they're really loaded and they're just going to, pay their way for your entire life. But even if that is you and you're in that situation, you can still take full responsibility for yourself, all right? Trust me when I say you'll feel a lot more accomplished if you go down this route, okay? The basic strategy for this is to know that everything that happens in your life is your fault, or you have to take responsibility for it, right? There's nobody that you can vote for. Your parents are not at fault for anything. Your boss is not at fault for anything. It might sound harsh the way I'm saying it, but if you follow this strategy, you'll be able to set yourself free from other people's opinions, free from, your parents' opinions, from all of that. You can do whatever you want to do, especially if it comes to investing. For me, I had no idea how to do any of this. It took me a long time to learn, but I definitely was able to learn it after, going through all of the tips that I went through in this video and this one specifically as well. There's going to be videos out, there's going to be YouTube videos out there, there's going to be free articles. I'm going to link some that helped me the most. There's going to be books, courses, all of that. It's all out there. It does take a little bit of money if you guys want to buy a book, but if you just search online, I'll link some stuff below in the description. You guys can go check that out there. And yeah, just take full responsibility and decide that today is the day that you want to do this. Just decide that today is the day that I'm going to start investing, and then just go do it. All right. So go check out these videos here if you guys want to see more content from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button. I already said that, right? Hit that notification button and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my second channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. We did it.